Hello, boys and girls. This video is going to show you how to complete our assignment using Google Docs. It's going to go over what the directions are, some of the vocabulary, and then it's also going to show you exactly how to complete the assignment in case the directions aren't making sense. Google Docs is going to be a really helpful writing tool when we're doing our distance learning and using Google Classroom. It's a way you can communicate with your teachers. You can add or create a Google Doc onto any assignment and you can type into it so that you can send messages that way. Or if there's questions you need to answer, you can create your own doc and answer the questions that way. Today, I'm going to show you, once a doc is already there, how you can change parts of it and use the different tools that are on the screen in that app called Google Docs. So you'll see in the directions, a word processing app is the kind of app that Google Docs is. It helps us do writing on devices. So using paper and pencil writing, like it says in directions, is still really good to start our pre-writing process, our brainstorming. But when we get to the end, when we want to publish our writing, typing, it's usually the way to go. However, with distance learning, we're going to be doing a lot more typing to give our work to our teachers. The toolbar is what we're going to talk about a lot today, and that kind of goes with all the rest of this. The toolbars are going to be used to change the appearance, to make things look different, sizing, and even colors and shapes can be added into Google Docs. So watch this video like you're doing right now, and then when you're ready, or while you're watching the video if you want, you can click student example. Student example is this account. You'll click your name and you'll open your assignment. The toolbar is up here. It gives us lots of different options. The drop down that was mentioned in vocabulary is symbolized by these little triangles. If you hover over something, it'll tell you what that menu is for. So we have styles, font, which was one of our vocabulary, the appearance of the letters. This is the font size, which we need to know for number one. Bold, italic, and underline right now are highlighted in blue because they're turned on for these words at the top. If you want, you can click them, but they won't turn off unless we click and highlight or select the text. So let's start by doing number one by clicking. Whenever you see a red circle, it means I'm holding my left click button down on my mouse. So I'm holding it down and then I drag my mouse to the right. If you go down a little bit at the same time, it will select underneath. I don't want to select all of this though. I only want that sentence. So clicking and dragging is a skill that takes a little bit of practice. So be patient. And if you don't select the right thing, you can always click again and try again. This says left click and drag, then change in the font size box up here on our toolbar to 18. You can do this two ways. You can click in the box here and it'll actually let you delete that 11 and type in 18. Or you can click the drop down arrow and select the number you want. 96 is really big. The normal font size that most people use is 12, but this one wants us to take it to 18. It gets a lot larger. Now we're done. That's all we had to do for number one. Number two says make this sentence into a different font by selecting it and choosing a new font from the menu toolbar. So same thing, left click, drag down and over, select just the part you want. Even if you select this extra line under here, it wouldn't be a problem. Once you select that, now you go to your font menu and you can choose any font. Use the drop down and it will show you a preview of what the font looks like. Some fonts have different styles, so they'll have an extra arrow and it'll show you different ways the font can appear, but it'll still be based on the main one. Change it to whatever you want. There's not a huge amount on this Google Docs word processor, but on Microsoft Word, there's a lot. So pick the one you like the best for now. You'll notice some fonts look smaller, even though it says it's the same size 11. That font is made of less pixels, so it's actually a tinier font. So you could resize it if you want, but I'm just going to leave mine the size because all it said to do is change the font. This one says to underline. So you're going to notice we're doing a lot of this clicking and dragging, so it's some great practice because it's a good skill in a lot of different applications. When you click and drag this, then you're going to go up here. There's two ways to underline. You can click the U, and you'll notice the sentence gets underlined. If you don't want it underlined, you can click it again. So go through, try to figure out how to do each of these other sentences. There will be a part 2 to the video if you want a little bit of a preview of how to do it. It'll pick up right where this video leaves off. And I'll also go over how to add an extra doc if you want to add your own creation to this assignment. So make sure you watch the next video if you want a preview of how to complete this. And thanks for watching the start.